Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live Show, where I, Sunita, along with my co-host Tracy, we hop on every Friday and talk about everything North Fork. First, the weather report. It has been a little bit rainy all week. Temps are good, they're close to 50s, but it has been gray and rainy, and today is the first day that the sun is breaking out, and it looks beautiful outside, and I'm looking forward to hopefully a spectacular sunset as long as the weather stays warm and nice. It's definitely an indication that spring is coming. Today we have another amazing North Fork small business called In the Attic 2. And it's a husband and wife team that's behind the scenes, and they refinish furniture. They also, create custom pieces, or if you have your own pieces, you can bring it to them and they will update them, refinish them. They also do a lot of salvage and create unique and interesting creations that you can buy in the North Fork, and I'm sure beyond. So I can't wait to chat with them. And I guess one of the first questions I probably would ask is their name, because it's in the attic, and I'm wondering, I wonder how they got that name, because most people have furniture they don't want in the basement. So I wonder why it's not called In the Basement. Just random thoughts that occur to me. Trying to see where Tracy is. As most of you know, she has a young daughter, and in the mornings it can be a little chaotic for her to put her daughter into whatever it is that she needs to do and be able to jump on the show. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Pete. How are you?
How are you?
Are you guys outside on this beautiful day?
We are. If it creates too much background noise, let me know.
Not at all. It's beautiful. I was just looking, staring out my window. I'm going, it's been so gray and rainy, so it's amazing that you're getting a chance to be in the sunshine.
It helps.
Morning, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
Good morning.
Hi, Tracy.
Yes.
How are you?
Hi, guys. Yes, I heard your intro, and it is always crazy. We had some coloring on the rug this morning, so we had to take care of that.
I know,
Nice.
because when we get on camera, it's like everybody says to me, I become this slow, like, hi, this is Sunita persona. But if you see me in real life, it's like, what's going on? What's going on? So I think it's the same for you, right, Tracy? Your house is chaotic in the morning, and here you are with your coffee going, everything's great. What's that?
Well, we try.
Okay, let's dive in. Heather,
Yes.
Pete, question one.
I like it.
Where'd the name come from? Why isn't it in the basement one?
I think you start in the basement, but you always have to remember to go in the attic 2, and the TOO is also.
Oh my God!
Yes.
So brilliant.
And
so
we
brilliant.
didn't. Yeah, and the name was started by my dad and my mom and my aunt, and then Pete and I took over. And of course, I feel like I could think of 1,000 other names that I love, but that's us.
No, but this is perfect. This is perfect.
Now,
Yes, don't forget about the attic too.
Now,
Exactly.
Was the 2 when it was your dad owned it in the red barn? Was it 2 there also, or did you add the 2 later when you moved?
So it was there. So in Laurel, it was in the attic 2, and then Dad in the barn, we kind of just named it the Red Salvage Barn.
Okay.
And then merged the 2 and went to Peconic for a little bit, and I just am we're a traveling show here.
Yeah. Your shop is on wheels, that's for sure. For anybody that's followed your journey over the years, and I don't know how you move with all the stuff and all the furniture.
It's not easy.
It's good that everybody's been
so let's
pretty
get a
loyal.
little bit of history. You said your dad and other family members were involved in really giving birth to this business?
Yes. Yep. So my dad retired, I don't know, over when I was like 17 years ago, and started just making like birdhouses out of salvage material. Mom would paint a piece of furniture, and it was a hobby, and it just accidentally turned into a full-blown business. And their first little shop was in Spionk, which is, if I know, the North Fork. Some people are like, where's Spionk? Near West Hampton. I would do like part-time help as a teenager, and then it just continued to grow from there. And then, let's see, in 2018, I left the desk job to join full-time. And then I stole Pete from his house painting career because I needed someone to help me with furniture painting.
Shortly thereafter, yep.
Yeah.
I joined.
Amazing.
And it helps though, because I had a background in house painting for so many years, and it was a very easy transition for me because I don't find dressers on rooftops or anything like that. So it's much easier.
Safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, much safer.
But sounds like both of you had nails, hammers, paintbrushes in your hand long before anything else.
Yeah.
I was born with a brush in my hand. My dad said I'll die with a paintbrush in my hand. So a little morbid, but
Well, not
I
a bad
think
way to go. There are
it's in the
worse
No.
ways to
DNA.
go.
No.
So
Yeah.
let's back up and tell our audience what is in the attic 2 now.
Okay.
Where can we find you?
Yes.
Why would we go to your shop?
Yes. So it's like very new. We made a lot of changes. We were in Mattituck for 2 years. It became really hard to do the refinishing Monday through Friday and try to run a full blown retail store with the two of us and just help from mom and dad. I kind of want to give mom and dad their life back.
Yeah.
So we left Mattituck and we joined Nicolette's for the home in Southold. And at the end of last year, I was still working there and running the store. And now we do consignment there. So you can find our vintage goodies there, mom's soy candles, which everybody loves. We refinish pieces and we work with the designers there to kind of coordinate what the piece should look like for their store. And then we also branched out into Greenport to the market on Front Street. Yeah, so she has some like kitchenware, glass goodies, stuff like that.
Huntington.
Then we recently added just a few things out to in Huntington to Hometown Flower, and we're kind of learning, yeah, what we're gonna bring out there. It'll be a little bit of a different style, less farmhouse, more like Great Gatsby, Royal, Regal kind of thing. So
It's nice to be able to
I love
curate different locations in
yeah,
a different manner. Though.
Yeah, and it's sort of a business plan that I'm assuming kind of popped out of necessity, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
How does the business work for Pete and I? Since it's now, there was like 8 to 10 family members helping out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we were in Peconic, there was the salvage yard, the workshop. You could watch us paint. You could watch mom make candles. There was retail. It was the best location for what it was. Very hard to manage. And then as as the employees shrunk,
Yeah.
our passion is the furniture refinishing, taking something broken and old and giving it a new life because that's the stuff that's going to last
But
forever.
it also sounds like that's a very hands-on job, meaning the two of you in the kitchen cooking the recipe. So you don't really have time to talk to people while you're cooking. So you almost don't need a front store, right? You want the,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word, a warehouse or a basement where you're doing
Yeah.
the stuff. But
Yeah.
then you need to for it to end up someplace.
So
Right.
that's why we held on for so long. It was like, okay, do we become irrelevant if we don't have a storefront? And we just slowly, through lessons over 2 years in Mattituck, figured out
Social media.
the model that'll work for us.
Storefronts.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So where are you doing your refinishing now?
So we have a 2-car like detached garage workshop in Riverhead. And we have some storage for the unfinished pieces, and that's where we go Monday through Friday, and we just work on pieces.
So now, if you were just making pieces you wanted and selling, that model would work great, right? You go when you want to, you refinish, you put it in store. But you also do custom pieces,
Yes.
which means people come to you and you need to have conversations. So how are you making that work?
So I learned about Google Forms one day, way late in life. Put one of those on the website. So a lot of people use that. They upload a photo at the end. It gives us all the detail we need to reach out with lots of information and pricing. We'll help people design the look. Or they come to us and they're like, I want this, this, and this. And we carry that out. A lot of back and forth in email. I am a lengthy, detailed typer. And then we schedule a drop off or we'll pick it up. And it's usually like a 3 to 5 week turnaround. Sometimes it's 2 weeks and sometimes it's 6 weeks. Yeah, but we're always working on a few pieces at a time.
What kind of pieces do you do? Give us some examples for people that what ideas are going, oh, wait, I have a dresser. I don't know what to do with it.
Yep. So let's see. Right now, Pete's working on 8 black dining room table chairs. They didn't match. Now they will. And a nice deep teal buffet for that same room. I just finished a old oak dining room table that was our client's grandma's, I think. Not great grandma, I think grandma. And a buffet. What else? Oh, someone just sent us a IKEA bookcase. So it was shipped to us. So it's in pieces, and we're going to wrap it in grass cloth for their baby nursery.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
custom kitchen cabinetry also
yep.
falls in there.
We've started doing kitchen cabinets, makeovers, bathroom vanity makeovers.
So Tracy, it sounds like all the ideas you have in your head that you want to do for your house that you don't have time for,
Well, it's
Heather
funny
could just do it
because
for
it's
you.
like,
I watch. I see what you're doing.
yeah.
But she doesn't have time for it.
I know.
Well, I used to. I know, and it's funny because like I have all of my grandmother's bedroom furniture that I refinished myself, but I did it over the course of years prior to baby.
Yes.
You know, and like the IKEA hacks, I'm always seeing going like, oh my God, I could totally do that. And then I could put like cane in here and I could do that. And then I'm like, when on earth am I doing this?
So you should see my dresser. One of my dressers in the closet is a broken plastic, like Target dresser.
Yeah.
We have a really nice one too, but yeah, we definitely one of those things where when it's what you do for a living, it's harder to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
But Tracy, fabulous tape and spackle job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You nailed it. I didn't show Pete, but that was great. You did it.
I was
I only saw the before. I only saw the before, so I didn't follow up on the after. So I'll
it's gonna dry well.
Yeah, and I didn't show, but I did put 2 more pieces because like the crack extended a little bit, so I feel like it's really secure now. Very proud of myself.
Yeah, you should be. It's not easy.
Now I need to put the lights in without electrocuting myself. But we'll
okay. Yes. Yep.
So is it all wood pieces? Is it more a wood refinishing?
Yep.
Or okay.
It tends to be solid wood because the pieces are older. Common misconception is that the word veneer means it's cheap, but often back in the day, it's wood veneer to get that, gorgeous grain over wood furniture. It's not over particle board back in the day. So there's veneer, there's solid.
So are you able to, because in my mind, let's just talk about veneer for a second. Veneer is a very thin layer, if you will, even if it's on top of the solid.
Right.
So when you show these pictures of you sanding the table or sanding the veneer, are you basically sanding through the veneer all the way down to the solid wood? Or are you managing to repair the veneer somehow?
Try to just remove the poly and the top layer and don't go too deep or you burn right through.
So you are managing to repair the veneer. That's awesome, because then the rest of the piece, that's great.
Yeah, and I just recently started stripping. No.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I was just always like just always went to paint. The patience required for stripping furniture, I wasn't there yet. And I have fallen in love with it.
So wait, are you using the oven cleaner method or what are you using?
So I have before.
Okay.
It's fine. It's out there. And I didn't create it. So I really only like it on solid oak because I know it's not going to warp the veneer. I know it's not going to warp the wood. Warm, sunny days. And it's cool. We have a huge buffet that I am hoping to do that method too. But I've started using like the actual big metal jug from Home Depot and the afterwash and the scrubbing, and it's dirty, it's labor intensive. Oh, look, Pete, someone said your beard looks nice today.
Oh, well, thank you.
A little. Well, it always sounds to me like furniture refinishing is more of an art, right? Absolutely. I mean, everybody knows there's canvas, everybody knows there's all kinds of paint, but you probably take a piece and are able to look at and say, okay, I can do this to this or that to that. So it really is an artistic creation in the end that you're making.
Most of the time we can see the end vision like the second we look at a piece.
Yeah, and my favorite part is like the way I used to do it when I was 18, and the things I've learned and I like growing. I don't want to just keep slapping paint on a piece and popping some hardware on. I want to like fix it and what kind of paint should this piece get and wallpapering accents and stuff like that.
So is the era of painting everything white over?
Hopefully.
I mean, can we do like even if it's black, dark blues? But sometimes I paint a piece white and I'm like, that piece deserved white. It just sometimes it
calls for it.
It's beautiful that way. But I think it is kind of fading out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the pendulum swung too much to the other way. I understand it, and it does make the things lighter and brighter, and you can put whatever you want with it to shine. But I think it just got to a point where everything, if it wasn't white, then you weren't in style.
Yeah.
A whole different preparation process.
Yep. Our favorite recent, I guess, a year and a half ago, my brother and his wife had a baby, and we took an old Hitchcock dresser, which some people would blast me online as a sinner. But we chopped the bottom off. It has a very curvy, like colonial look, and we put mid-century modern legs on, painted it peach, did like a tribal boho stencil on the front with mid-century modern brush knobs, and it's the changing table and the dresser.
I love it.
And it's just the what you can take and what it can turn into is incredible.
Back to art. Art is subjective. Furniture is subjective. Some people like certain lines, and some people like whatever. So it's great that there's ways to adapt and make it what you're feeling today.
Yeah.
I also think it's important too. You like every time I talk about redoing my bathroom, which anyone who follows me knows I have this like vintage green, mint green bathroom. That's
vintage,
and a lot of people
is a very kind word, Tracy.
Well, exactly. And every time I talk about updating it, everyone blasts me online like, "Don't do that." And I'm like, "You're not living with tiles about to fly off the walls."
Yeah,
Absolutely. But it is hard because you're like, I do recognize like how this time period and how wonderful it was, but it was wonderful then. It's not wonderful right now for me.
It doesn't work for everyone. If your favorite color is blue and you walk into a house that's filled with green, you don't want that.
Right.
The brown furniture can be beautiful, but again, if your home isn't that aesthetic, then a lovely shade of blue might just really spruce it up.
Yeah. But it's a struggle though, because I've been going through that struggle in my own home, because the home that we purchased here didn't have a single sliver of sheetrock. It was all wood paneling, floor, ceiling, walls, like everything was knotty pine.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful, except it was just too much,
Yep.
And then as I keep removing it, I feel a little bit guilty because obviously that's a great aesthetic. But exactly what you said, I like it in some places, but I don't need it everywhere. So it's kind of been a slow, gradual process of taking out that beautiful wood and replacing it with sheetrock, but necessary for me.
Yep.
And you're the one who lives there, so you're the one who has to like it.
Yeah, it's true.
I also don't really care what anybody else thinks, so I'm good. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the pieces. You also do a little bit of salvage and cut pieces that you create and then sell in some of the stores. So tell us a little bit about that aspect.
Okay, so that is like Dad's department. He's our woodworker. When we need things like ultra repaired, I am proud of myself. I'm learning more and more tools. Pete knows tools. But Dad, they went from building massive farm tables, and now he's just scaled down a little bit, framing mirrors, building frames, benches, coffee tables. He's currently building a chicken coop. My parents are embracing the,
North
chickens and the backyard veggies, and it's cool. So we still do that. It's on a smaller scale. I think his favorite thing to build lately is custom doors for people.
Nice.
Yeah, so he'll save like antique glass from a piece that's broken. He'll save the glass so that he can use it in his builds. So you're getting old lumber from a house on the North Fork. He'll tell you where it's from, and it still has old glass in it, or old mirror and old hardware. It's cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
Behind the pieces, the story behind the pieces is usually just as interesting as the piece in the end.
Yeah.
And I would imagine a lot of the reason why people are seeking them out as well, because they want them.
Yeah.
And I mean, where do people find that? Is that only through the website, or how do they?
So
sounds like it's kind of custom.
Yeah, it's a little confusing because you used to just come in and the salvage yard was out there and you could pick your materials. Now Dad has his own wood shop. It's his private wood shop with storage, and it's basically just send us an email and start the conversation with what you're looking for, and he'll send before projects, ideas, price points, and all that. So it's kind of a little virtual. And then once you guys get into designing, he'll meet with the person and they go over and they see the actual wood that's going to be used and so on.
And
Now,
our
do you guys?
small,
Sorry, go ahead.
What?
Do you guys ever get requests from people who are saying, like, I'm looking for a certain type of piece. Could you keep your eyes out for it? Do you ever get requests like
Yeah,
that?
often.
Yep, all the time. I will admit publicly that I'm not the best at remembering to check my list. But like I have been looking for a 24-inch wide tall dresser for a very good customer for I think 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a tough one. It's like the lingerie chest. I just can't
Yeah.
find her one. But some of them stick.
Yeah.
And if they don't, I'm sorry.
And do you go to the estate sales and the yard sales and stuff, or are you like, if you
So
see it on the side of the road, you'll pick it up?
so
Both.
both, and a lot of it has become people reach out. They know that we're here. You know, right now Pete and I are moving. We're helping Pete's mom move. We're helping sell a house. So there's you know, I was ready to be like, I have weekends off, and now we're still busy. But I've totally lost my train of thought there.
yeah,
Where was I going?
that is an interesting dilemma for small business owners
Yes.
to make their business fit into their life, right?
Yeah.
It
Because
really
either
is.
one or the other kind of takes over, and
Yeah.
usually a small business owner ends up giving it more to the business,
Yeah.
and then your life struggles, and so I can see that. Even though you've moved a lot and you've changed a lot of things, your goal is to sort of make this business fit your life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Looking for the equilibrium.
Yep. And I remember
Well,
Tracy. Now I
I'm
will.
going to put you guys on a speed dial because I see furniture all
Oh, yeah.
the time that I'm
Yep.
like, I don't have the time to refinish that, but I can see it. I can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
Text me a photo and an address, and I'm there.
Okay,
Yeah.
come pick it up.
Yep. And you know, I feel like this spring and summer we will have more time to do the estate sales and yard sales and find more treasures that way because I don't have to work weekends. Yay.
Yeah.
More journeys.
Yeah.
Well, this has been so interesting. I just looked at the time, and it's time for our NOFO Live 5.
Okay.
So let's kick it off. If you guys were going to invite Sunita and I out for a meal, lunch or dinner, where would you take us?
Barrow.
House. Barrow,
All day.
Barrow Food House.
Yeah.
And this time when I go, I'm going to try something else other than that chickpea curry because I always end up ordering that and I love it.
Yep.
But I think it's time to try something else in the menu.
I've
So
tried
everything's
1,000
delicious
curry
there.
bowls.
Yeah, Pete loves the curry bowls. Their chicken salad sandwich that they added is amazing.
Okay, I'm going to try that.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Double smash burger on charred greens.
Yeah, if you avoid
Yeah.
bread, you can always put things on charred greens, which is a nice alternative.
Those are
How much time
Oh,
do you have
nice.
the menu memorized?
Yeah, shall we recite the menu for you?
well, I think they have like nutritional yeast or something on those charred greens. They are amazing. I have
They're so
had those.
good.
I
Yep.
have had those.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so in between all your stripping, are you sunrising, sunsetting? What are you doing?
So I'm definitely a sunset person.
Yeah.
I was so worried that I was going to be like swollen-eyed 9 a.m. on Instagram Live because I'm just not a morning go-getter.
I woke up
Sunset
3 hours
and
early.
where? Well, if we're local, Pete and I really like, there's a spot, I'm going to tell everyone now, at the end of Roanoke. And you go down the hill, and there's a little picnic table there. You can bring dinner, and you can fully see full views.
Sit right on the bluff
What
and
town?
eat.
What
Yeah.
town is this?
That's Riverhead.
Riverhead. Yeah.
Yeah. Breakwater 3 is also a great spot. And then Tamarindo in Costa Rica would be our third.
Okay.
I like that. I like that. Okay, brewery, vineyard, cocktail, mocktail. I mean, you're in the brewery capital over there of the North Fork.
No, we're not big beer people. But when I do grab a beer, it's usually a Montauk beer. Montauk brew.
Okay.
Wave Chaser is a good one.
Yeah, but then I guess it would be the number 7 from Barrow.
Or the cardamom old fashioned from Barrow.
Okay.
Gosh.
And not wine people.
Basically, if we can't find you guys, just go to Barrow.
Yeah.
And you'll be.
Ask Kyle, he'll know where we are.
Leave a message there. Fill the Google form. Leave some paper forms there. Seriously.
Yeah. We got stuck. If we're going to eat, we're going to Barrow.
You can find our candles there, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. We do small drop-offs of the mom's candles there, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you can eat
Okay.
and a candle all at once.
So if you guys are going to cook at home, which it sounds like you don't have a lot of time to do that, but when you do you hit up any particular farm stands?
Yes. Bayside.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know the name. I just
Bayview.
pull in and go get my veggies.
Bayview.
Bayview. There you go.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whack. I'm not quite
Is
sure.
it Wowack
Yeah.
or Womack?
Womack,
Yeah,
they're
that
amazing.
one.
Yeah.
When we had the store in Mattatuck, I'd always go there for our corn on the way home.
My
Yeah.
self-storage.
Yeah, it's cute.
Whoa, whoa, whack.
Yeah.
Whoa, whack.
Wowack.
That's the one that has the tractor that they pull out every night and then they pull
Yeah,
the
Yeah, it's
wagon
cute.
in the
yeah.
evening.
And
I
the
love that.
lady, she's
Yeah.
so nice. It's just always, it's definitely that like
Sweetest corn too.
North Fork,
The best corn.
down to earth feeling.
Yeah. Good. That's a good note to know.
Good corn. Yes.
Tracy, we're gonna have to start that sheet of what you get from where,
I
because a lot of
I
times,
know.
like tomatoes
I
from
think
Cooper.
maybe
That's
like
true.
on a 5-year anniversary, I'll commit to doing it.
Okay.
But we said we should go through and watch every video we've ever done and then write down what everybody said, like corn at Wowack and,
Yeah.
peppers at this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need what, like an extra 4 days in your week to get that done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Tracy, you said 5-year anniversary, and you're making it sound like that's really far away, but we are getting to year
I know.
4. It was
I
crazy
know.
to think
so
about the
cool.
fact that we've been doing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, I know. Crazy. Well, why don't you sum up for us why you guys love being a North Fork, part of the North Fork community?
Well, my grandma and my aunt lived in Mattatuck, and I grew up in East Quogue, so I'd come over here a lot. And even back then, it didn't feel or look very different, but it was. There was it was more nature and open space. And I just always liked that. And then once we got here, I mean, it's, I don't know.
I've never experienced a
Lost in
piece
words.
like that though. Living in
Yeah.
Mattatuck, it was just
Yeah, we lived in Mattatuck for 7 years, and it's very peaceful.
yeah.
Yeah, I do like winters in the North Fork. I don't find them
Me
boring.
too.
I find them
Beautiful.
rejuvenating and beautiful. And then even when it takes me an hour to get from Mattatuck to Riverhead in the summer, I still like the North Fork. So
Yeah.
that sums it up. It's worth it. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really hard to explain to somebody that hasn't experienced the peace that comes from living here,
Yeah.
of how happy we all are to drink this Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You
It
can't
sounds
take
really
it all
good.
in.
Yeah.
You
And I have to give props and kudos to you guys, because it's not easy to sustain a business long term, and especially with the changes that you guys have made or had to make.
Yep.
So props to you for
patience.
and continuing to do what you do.
Thank you.
And
Seen.
we hope that all the changes you make bring you the right audience,
Thank you.
and the right ways
So
to
much.
connect, and you keep creating beautiful pieces.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Curly would like to say hello.
Oh,
Hi,
has he been there
such a cutie.
the whole time so
Yeah.
quietly?
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, now she turned
It's
around.
codependency. It's not well behaved.
Turned around. She's camera shy now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Awesome.
for joining us. Say
Thank
hello to your
you.
dad for
Cool.
us, and thank him for the beautiful pieces that he creates as well, and your mom.
Yeah.
And
Yep. I'll send you that 9:31 text on how much fun we had.
sounds like a good
Okay.
plan.
Cool.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you
guys.
guys. Thank you so much.
Enjoy
for
the
opportunity.
sun.
Thanks, everyone. Happy
Bye.
Friday.
Bye.
Bye.